am uninspired. No, I'm not uninspired. My environment is just not where I want to create. If you ever feel stuck, if you ever feel unmotivated, don't listen to those dude bros that say you gain weight from motivation, you gotta what you do. No. Your environment can absolutely shape you. Now you can alter whatever energy of the room that you're in. I've done it, right? But at the same time, when you have outgrown a space, sometimes the only thing that you can do to continue your growth is to leave. It has gotten to a point where trying to contort the energy of my space is taking more energy than what I'm willing to continue to give it. And it's time for me to go. You see, I got a full beat on. I'm so proud of this beat. I was so excited. And I was going to film some other content. And it was like, just, not because I don't want to film it. My lip, you know when you put lip gloss on your lip and you worry about it dripping? Because the high-end lip glosses are cute, but I like that old school, thick ass, juicy, shiny ass lip gloss look. So that's what I use from the beauty supply store. So I didn't apply a lot, but sometimes, you know, it be getting you. I'm like, I ain't even put that much. That was the good stuff. So. But yeah, I was going to film other content, something I've been doing for the past 12 years now. If you know, the spicy world. And it's not that I don't want to film it. I don't want to film it currently where I live. I don't want to film really or create really anything where I am right now. I'm grateful for the roof over my head, but I'm ready to go. I've been in this space for 5 years. I have been going through a huge transformation, released in the past 33 years of my life. And yes, I say 33. I'll be 34 this year, but baby, I've been going through it since the womb. I've been going through it since the womb, honey. Peter? Oh no, never. I've been going through it since the womb, so it was a lot of purging and a lot of releasing that I had to do. And now that I've done all of that, it's like I'm ready to take off. So if you feel stuck, if you feel like I just can't get myself to create or to work, sometimes you need a change in environment. Now, that could be as simple as stepping outside, because you can reset your energy simply by stepping outside into nature. Even if you live in a city, I'm a city girl, born and raised in Washington, D.C. for 20-some years of my life before moving. And I might as well say almost 30 years of my life. And see, I caught it. I have to drip down my chin. I don't feel like getting up to get tissue. I have been up almost 24 hours. It's the Leo new moon, which means prepare to be seen. A lot of us are going to be being seen in a very big way. And there are those who are already being seen that are going to either revamp their image, their creativity, or they're going to go back a little bit. They're going to get out of the limelight. We're all going through some type of transformation, and It just depends on where you are and where you're going, you know. But yeah, it's the environment. Releasing 33 years, 33 years of bullshit, other people's opinions, other people's morals, other people's religions, other people's beliefs, other people's standards, other people's expectations for me. When you realize that you've been carrying all of that for however many years, and then you finally release it, but then at the same time, I am now at a space where I'm taking it easy and going with the flow. I don't have to do a lot, as well as I am preparing my energy through taking it easy and rest and stuff, so that when I do finally get into that space where I can create as freely as I want to, I have the energy and I don't have to try to play catch up. I don't have to try to down 2 and 3 cups of coffee or 2 and 3 energy drinks and things like that. I don't have to. Why does it feel like it's dripping? Oh, it's a hair. That's what happens when you live. That's what happens when you live with pets. It's just the hair. I was like, why does it feel like it's a hair? They got caught in my lip gloss. I can't do too much. It's not that I can't do too much. I love doing the most. I don't need to, as well as when I try to do too much, I get overwhelmed sometimes, especially because it's just me by myself. And I've done that before where I pushed through and I did all of my ideas and then I was burnt out for 2 weeks. Not doing essentially anything, you know, which to me is a waste of energy. I would rather do a little here, a little there, a little there, a little there, and that add up to more than me trying to cram everything into 1 or 2 days or even a week. If I had help, that'd be a different story. But since it's literally just me and I'm the only one, since it's literally just me and I'm the only one that's taking these pictures and editing these things, I am conserving my energy. And then I'm on my period. It's the 2nd day of my period. And it's the Leo new moon and my energy just wanted to hop up and create. I couldn't sleep. Kept trying to sleep, but kept thinking about these things that I wanted to create. And I'm looking around my space and I just don't want to create here. Which, that's a good thing because that means I'm moving up and out. But at the same time, it's like, I really want to create right now. But just thinking about getting up and actually doing it. And I usually don't think about it before I do it. I usually just get up and do it, right? Because if you think about it too much, you get tired thinking about all of the steps that you got to take in order to do it. And I don't usually do that, but I was like, what? I know how to do this. I know how to just get up and do it. And then I was just looking around my room and said, you know, I'm not feeling the space anymore. Doing this is creating as well. Sitting in front of a camera and talking about this is creating as well. Talking is that vibration, it's like singing, so it's creation. It's moving that energy that may be stuck or stagnant or that may be overwhelming. And I want all these ideas of pictures and set design and angles and things. Is part of me is like, yeah, let's do it now, and the other part is like, just wait a little while longer. You're gonna have all of the space to create that you want to, and it's only frustrating because I have been waiting for this energy for the last 3 years. 1, 2, 3, 90 me got 180 degrees and I'm caught in between. 3 years, Britney Spears. Not 3 years of Britney Spears, that's funny. And the song is called 3. But I'm in my enchantress era. And not because I'm in a particular era or I'm claiming an aesthetic. I'm not claiming my enchantress era. According to the moon cycle, I'm in my purple moon. Is it purple or white? Whichever one is bleeding with the new moon. And that's more so resting, reflection, which essentially that's what I just did. And preparing for the new influx of energy and things, and not rushing things, which I can tend to do. And the crazy part is I already have content that I can edit. Right now there's some videos that I'm gonna go and edit sitting on my computer, literally in my editing software. It's sitting right in my editing software. All I have to do is just click through and edit it. And I'm going to because I have a plan for that. I want to get that up this week, and I have a few more than a few more videos that I can edit. I just want to create two. Technically, I just did. I'm just ready to go full force. Creating is exactly what I want to do, along with helping and inspiring women to embrace transformation and not feel bad when they don't always feel on. Right, the AC just turned on, so that's why I'm itching. No, motherfucker, my arm is red. Snuck bit me when I wasn't looking. It's I think it was a nap or something. Something on my wall. It's just it's the walls, it's the lack of decor. It's just, this was not meant to be my home. This was meant to be a, what do you call it? Like a transitional space. Yeah. And I did my makeup. I was so excited about it. I like did it. Hold on, you gotta see. Hold on. Look at it. You see my bed is a mess. Now it's been a few hours. I finished my makeup around 5 something in the morning. And then I ate it like, no, I finished around 6. Yeah, and I ate around almost 8 o'clock. And it's now like 11. It's now 11. Okay. So yeah, I could do stuff like that. I don't take much. I don't take nothing. I wanted to add a wig to go with this because it says, you know, all eyes on me, and it's in red. I accept it. I accept this process of transformation into my new life. It's been a long time coming. I am patient, even though I'm like, let me create now. I am accepting. I am proud of myself for getting through this entire process the way that I have, because there have been some cycles that I have repeated at least 2 or 3, 4 times over the last 5 years, and it finally sunk in how to, with the same similar circumstances, how to relax, rest, even in a situation where it seems like you in danger, Molly. Sometimes the more you push, it's like when when those TV shows or something, when the person gets stuck and because they're freaking out and they're trying to wiggle themselves out or whatever of the hole, or if their leg is stuck, they wedge themselves in more, even further. If they can calm themselves down or figure out how to calm down or focus on something else, or the person they're with can help them calm down, it'll help you relax. And then you can see how easy it is to slip the leg out or the arm or whatever it is that's stuck. And it's because you're freaking out. It feels like everything's sinking in on you. But when you're going to be forced to relax, and that's not what you want, honey. I've been forced to relax. I've been forced to relax because my health made me relax. My body forced me to relax. You don't want that. You want to choose to relax, even if it's going to be uncomfortable or a little difficult. Because when your body forces you to relax, you ain't doing nothing, okay? You ain't doing nothing. Trust, you ain't doing nothing. For the past 3 years, my body has been forcing me to relax. Oh. Which is crazy because I was already at the cusp of accepting I just need to chill out and not do nothing. But see, that wasn't the problem. My mindset at that point wasn't a problem. It was I still had some people in my life that I needed to just cut the cord. I needed to cut the cord on, and I was forced to do that. So then everything else could fall into place. But then I started to go through some more turmoil, and my body started to be like, what am I gonna do? I don't know. And it's like that episode of SpongeBob, sit there and do nothing, the magic the magic conch shell on SpongeBob. Sometimes you literally just gotta sit there and do nothing. And sometimes an idea will come to your head creatively, through inspiration of something you watch, maybe through a Pinterest board, maybe through some of your old notes. Or maybe even a resource will come through without you trying to do too much. I've gone through points of being malnourished because there was a lot of crap in my body that my body needed to let go of. And I heard a doctor, because I've been studying the different systems in the body, and endocrine system and the lymphatic system and things like that. And there was a doctor who was talking about how a blocked lymph node or blocked lymphs in your body, you have lymphs through here that helps the lymphatic fluid flow through your body. It has to do with inflammation and things, and water retention, and amongst other things. He said, and I think he either said he got this from someone. Yeah, I think he said he got this from someone else. the body will never allow something new to come in until the something old comes out. So sometimes your body will get stuck. It won't allow you to put anything new in because the other crap literally has to come out of you first. So there were times when I had overloaded my body with food. I had in the past. It was usually sweets because I needed pleasure. I needed pleasure. I needed to enjoy my life. I needed some form of happiness. And so that came in the form of sweets. It has to do with the heart chakra, with your heart. I was unhappy, or I was grieving, because there was a point when I was really grieving. Ouch. And so I took that on in the form of sweets. And that overloaded my body and my gut health. And so I literally couldn't intake any new food. Every time I ate anything, that's how bad it was. Anything. Foggy head, cloudy vision. And I thought it was something along the lines of like, being pre-diabetic and everything else like that. No, that came back fine. It was my gut health that was all fucked up. And sometimes that can lead to other things, but no, it wasn't that. It was strictly my gut. It was my, what they call your sacral and solar. It was the whole system, whole damn thing. And I was stuck. So what happened was, because I was stuck and I couldn't work, because I felt like crap, like worse than crap, I felt like I was going to drop at any point. I had no income. No income. I had no money for food. No money for food. No temptations with sweets. So I went through a period of being malnourished, of extreme fasting, detox, for off and on for months, and I ended up losing 100 pounds. Well, not through that. I lost 40 pounds at first, and then I lost 40 pounds on my own doing on purpose, because I was doing a lot of walking and things like that. And then something happened. I ended up losing my father, and it's probably right back. I thought I wasn't going to be affected because I knew it was coming. And I had thought I had made peace with it, but it was, sparked a whole bunch of other shit. And it was like a sneak, something that snuck up on me, which is why I check in with myself often now. I'm more real with myself now, so those things don't sneak up on me. I will sit and think about something just a little bit, be like, am I really unaffected by that? Or is that just a logical side of my brain setting in order to protect me? And even if that is the logical side of my brain, am I also sad? Because you can be both. You can acknowledge the logical side, and you can also be sad. Why society always thinks we have to pick one or the other? You can be two things. I could be blue, and it's been a minute since I've seen that Disney movie with the feelings. I can't remember what other, feelings, the colors. But I can be blue and like, it's fine. I mean, or I saw this coming. So, I say probably 70 pounds is what I lost. Yeah, about 70 pounds is what I lost with during that process. So I was 120, smallest I ever was in my adult life. Actually, ever. Since 4th grade. I was 130 pounds in 4th grade. Yeah. I was the tallest in my class, but I was 130 pounds in 4th grade. I've always had weight on. And now I'm about 150, almost at my happy weight. So I am happy about that. It's been about almost a year of gaining my weight back. Slowly. I haven't been doing no overloading and eating, only for maybe a few weeks, like a week at a time. So during that period, I actually had no choice but to sit and think. And yes, when you fast, which is why women have to be careful, because when we fast, our bodies will send us into panic mode, and we will train ourselves to ignore that panic button. Then it starts to affect our hormones, and we're wondering why we're going through perimenopause at 30 years old. So be careful with your fasting. Be careful with your fasting. But through that, I was able to see how I was able to release a lot. Crying, sleeping, more crying, more sleeping. And then when I finally decided to choose to relax, because I mean, where else we gonna go but up? Because I'm leaving here with something, okay? That's when things started to shift and change around. And whenever I would try to force things through, not that this is forcing things through, because I actually wanted to do my makeup. I was excited about that. I was actually happy with that. And that also helps me to get back in the groove for when it is time to create, you know? Just so I can see exactly how I want my makeup, how long it's going to take me, how much time I need, which is usually about 2.5, 3 hours, because I don't rush myself, and I'll usually take breaks in between, and just get excited about all the creating that I used to do and that I will be doing. I've learned I'm tired of going through forced transformations. I'm tired of it. So the act of letting go is something that I'm embracing. And it's not that you're losing something or someone. You are outgrowing where you've been. So you can welcome in what you're more aligned with. And the more we try to hold on with a vice grip, the more tumultuous and frustrating and difficult and toxic our lives and relationships can and will get. Even with our own mindsets and selves. I'm not going to say it's that easy, because there's some things I'm just like, I'm not changing on that shit. But then I also think, there may come a time when I realize that there is something worth changing a specific mindset for. I don't even want to think about that. But that's how we grow, you know? That's how we experience new life. That's how we welcome in new relationships, new partnerships. That's how we allow life to flow to us. And not always trying to fight it, you know? Not always trying to hold on to what we're comfortable with, knowing damn well, bro, them shoes don't fit you no more. Them clothes don't fit you no more. Those people that you've been friends with and that you've been dating for however many years don't fit you anymore. And yes, it's going to be hard, and you will cry, You might even grieve those people, places, things, mindsets. But sometimes you may even welcome in old mindsets and things that you had. There's certain styles and ways of thinking that I thought I let go of, but I was actually letting go of it because I thought I had to fit into a particular mold the older I got. I also am welcoming in some of what I used to believe as well as my style, because for a while, through all of these transformations, through all of the grief, through all of the shedding of the skin, who I was felt unfamiliar. And now, by shedding all of the excess, I have come back to Candy, who I've always been, and also who I've grown into. And now they have been joined together, and they meet in the middle, and then now they kissing. So I reintroduce the younger me to who I am now, and realize they're both the same person, just with new wisdom, new lessons, new wisdom through lessons, through transformation, but also embracing someone I thought I didn't know anymore. Because that happens when you go through so much, and even if you don't go through any extreme trauma, outgrowing friends and losing family, family members dying or friends dying, that's trauma. It's trauma. Losing jobs that you thought you were going to have, that's a form of trauma. I had a friend who worked hard to get this car, and I don't even think he had it a good month. Somebody hit him and totaled it. Granted, he made it out alive with just like a shoulder, but he was feeling sad and he thought he was doing too much by feeling sad. I was like, no, I said, that's a form of grief. People don't like to say that because, materialism. But no, when you put your energy or your heart into something and you achieve that and then you lose it, you go through a form of grief. And it's okay to not feel good about that, But you did it. And that means that you can do it again. And yeah, there might be fear that the same thing may happen, but you can, think about I don't know if it's like a special car. I had a teacher that had a BMW, and he would take the Beamer to his business meetings, and he would drive his Toyota to come to us to go to school. Well, no, not even that. Sometimes he would drive his Toyota. He lived in Virginia, and he would drive his Toyota to the train station and get on the bus and the train to come and teach. And the kids was like, why don't you drive your da-da-da? He was like, he was Nigerian. He was like, drive my Beamer? My BMW? Absolutely not. So when I was out with some friends, we was at, I guess, a hotel party, and we saw him driving the Beamer in Virginia. We was like, we saw you in the Beamer, and we told him where he saw you. He was like, yeah, I was driving past there. I was like, that's a nice car. I was like, I see why